So what if I told you that the U.S. government's been funding the very corruption it claims to fight? That billions of your tax dollars are being funneled through a fake aid organization that's actually an intelligence front. That same agency funding propaganda, regime change, and secret biological research in Wuhan has now been caught hiding classified files from the U.S. government. Now I want to say this. This isn't some conspiracy theory. I'm not that guy. I come from the intelligence world. This is USAID, the deep state secret government. And on this episode, I'm blowing it wide open. USAID controls over $50 billion a year, operating in over 100 countries. Basically, a private intelligence empire bankrolled by you, the taxpayer. But here's the kicker. This isn't new. Former USAID Director John Gilligan admitted himself USAID was infiltrated from top to bottom with CIA people. And their mission? To operate under the cover of humanitarian aid while funneling money to intelligence operations around the world. It's pretty cool. It's a very sane cover. Makes sense. Very deployable. But this isn't foreign aid. This is a deep state money laundering operation. And the more you dig into it, the darker it gets. So if USAID is just about aid, why is it paying off journalists? Why did it instruct media organizations to enforce what's called strategic silence, a known CIA psychological warfare tactic? It's been around forever in my world. And this answer's simple. USAID isn't just a foreign influence. It's about controlling the narrative here at home. That's what makes it dangerous. And I'm going to tell you why. 2019, USAID funneled $20 million to journalists to dig up dirt on Rudy Giuliani. That dirt became the foundation for Trump's impeachment. Think about that. Your tax dollars used to rig the media and take down a sitting president. I want to say that again. A sitting president. That's not journalism. That is a deep state coup. Now I want to fast forward to today. Guess what happened? USAID just got caught running its own rogue government inside the U.S. government. Cue Elon Musk and DOGE. In just the past few days, over 50 senior USAID officials were just placed on leave after getting caught secretly dispersing taxpayer funds without approval. So, Aaron, what happened when Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency tried to access USAID's classified files? Security officials tried to block them. What the hell were they hiding? So Musk, after seeing the records, we all know him, he doesn't hold back. That's what he's there to do. He called USAID a criminal organization and said it should be dismantled, and Trump fully agreed with him. So I want you to think about that for a second. The richest man in the world, now with government clearance, sees USAID's real books and says, shut it down. And if that doesn't tell you something, nothing will. So what was in those classified records that USAID was trying to hide? What made Musk say USAID was a criminal organization? The Aaron Cohen Show is sponsored by the Cherries Deep Concealment holster. This is the same holster I trained Keanu on for the John Wick franchise. This thing runs BWB, or below the waistband, means there is zero digging into your gut, and this holster will never fall off you because it runs below the waistband. Also, lightning fast draw with just a little bit of training. Hit the link down in the description to order one of these bad boys. They ship next day. Zero lead time with these things now. They ship next day. Lightning fast draw. Fits all double stacked 9 and 40 Glocks. Fully adjustable clip and ambidextrous lefties. You're covered. Hit the link down in the description. Grab one of these bad boys. And finally, carry with comfort and total concealment. If we follow the deep state's track record, my guess is that we're going to find money trails to stolen elections, regime change ops, and domestic propaganda efforts. And I wouldn't be surprised if some other whistleblower pops his head out from the intelligence community to talk about USAID at some point. But wait, this gets worse. According to recent reports, USAID didn't just manipulate the media, they helped fund the research that led to the worst global disaster in modern history, COVID-19. And between 2009 and 2019, USAID funneled $53 million to an organization called EcoHealth Alliance. And that money went straight to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where they were conducting gain-of-function research on coronaviruses. So USAID didn't just fund Wuhan. They created a paper trail designed plausible deniability if these reports are correct. And Fauci and his deep state cronies funneled tax dollars through EcoHealth Alliance so when the House of Cards collapsed, they could pretend their hands were clean. And then there's this. I want to talk about Senator Rand Paul, who called them out. Have a look.
Powers, did USAID fund coronavirus research in Wuhan, China?
We did not fund gain-of-function research,
That's not the
as
question.
you know.
The question is, did you fund coronavirus research in Wuhan, China?
Before my time, there was the PREDICT program with which you're familiar, which ended in China in 2019.
This is a $200 million program, and the GAO has also identified that some of these grants went directly to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, where there is a suspicion that the lab leak began the pandemic. Has USAID awarded funds to the Academy of Military Medical Sciences in China?
Not to my knowledge, but I'd have to get
I think the answer is once again yes. GAO has found that there have been subawards of NIH money as probably as well as USAID money that went to the Academy of not just medical research, military medical research in China. They're asking for $745 million more in money and we get no response. Risch, myself, and 25 other Republican senators, unfortunately, so far, signed a letter once again. It's still no response. We're not asking for classified information. We're not asking for anything unusual. 20 million people died around the world. You're supposed to be an agency that cares about the death of people around the world. We, talk about starvation and famine, and 20 million people died from a virus, and you won't give us the basic information about what grants you're funding around the world and who you're funding. Should we be funding the Academy of Military Medical Research in China? They're now off limits.
And here you can see Rand Paul just confirmed it. The Wuhan lab specifically requested funding to create a virus within a furin cleavage site, which is exactly what COVID-19 had. And USAID won't turn over the documents. 25 senators have demanded answers, and they're refusing to respond. This isn't just incompetence here. This is a cover-up. And so guess what? We now have leaked documents showing Wuhan requested funding in 2018 to create a coronavirus within a furin cleavage site. And that's exactly what COVID-19 had. And this planned. And USAID was right in the middle of all this. But wait, there's more. USAID wasn't just funding leftist activism abroad. Yeah, that's what I just said. USAID was funding it inside the United States, and they pumped money into NGOs and activist groups that fueled riots, cultural warfare, and social division. You think the chaos we've seen in this country happened organically? Follow the money. And in 2013, WikiLeaks exposed a USAID-backed plan to penetrate Chavez's political base in Venezuela. And in 2014, the AP revealed USAID funded a fake Twitter-like platform to incite rebellion in Cuba, the Ukraine, Haiti, Egypt, and it's the same story every time. And I want to say this, Samantha Power wasn't just some bureaucrat pushing foreign aid. This woman was a deep state operative funding radical ideological warfare, and every single one of the moves that she made will get exposed. And what Samantha Power did with your tax dollars at USAID needs to become an FBI investigation. So why is an unelected bureaucrat deciding where billions of your money goes? And why does it always seem to end up in the hands of leftist, whacked out radical ideologues, globalist activists, and deep state operatives? But wait, there's more. And now the cover-up is falling apart. And I'm going to tell you why. Elon's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, or DOGE, however it's pronounced, just pulled off the biggest government corruption takedown, in my opinion, in history. And Musk has called USAID a criminal organization, and he said, and I quote, "It's time for it to die." And President Trump just announced plans to shut USAID down entirely, folding its operations into the State Department. This comes right after 2 senior USAID security officials were put on leave in the last 2 days for trying to block DOGE's investigation. And now Musk's team has access to the Treasury Department's federal payment system, where they're tracking every fraudulent transaction that USAID has made. The deep state's bank accounts are about to get blown wide open. Grab your popcorn. Here we go. And the deep state's cover is blown. And with Musk and DOGE of dismantling the corruption, what we're witnessing here is the dawn of a new era of government accountability. And it's really, really refreshing. I'm going to keep an eye on this one, and I'm going to come back to it because there's so much meat on the bone here. I'm going to continue to bring it to you as it comes out and develops. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Do me a favor. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is Musk doing God's work right now by tearing this deep state corruption apart? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Is he pushing the boundaries? Is he going too far with what he's been handed? Or is this exactly why he's been handed DOGE? To investigate and tear all this dirtiness apart? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I read them, and I'm going to share some of them on the next episode. Also, if you guys are a fan of the show, do me a favor and help support us. We're completely independently produced. Hit the link down in the description and grab yourself a mini sponsorship package. They help keep the lights on in the studio. They start at $25. The support packages helps us keep combating that garbage anti-Israel and anti-Trump disinformation that's out there floating around because of programs like USAID. Hit the link down in the description and help support the show and help join the mission. I appreciate you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. I'm going to come back shortly with the next one. I'm Aaron Cohen. You're watching the Aaron Cohen Show, and I will catch you soon on the next one.